G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jono. Thank you so much for joining me. It finally came after over 3 months of waiting. My Kemper player has arrived. I ordered this one back in January and I even started to see secondhand ones of these on Facebook Marketplace coming up for sale before I even got mine. So that wasn't fun, but it's here and it's awesome. So I want to take you through a couple of things that I really like about it. First thing to mention, the size and build quality of the player is fantastic, as you should expect from Kemper. Great build quality, perfect size, everything's super accessible, and I'm really digging it. And you can see it's a lot smaller than the Kemper Stage. I don't think that the Kemper player has been forgotten about since it's released at all, but a lot of the initial videos that I saw of the Kemper player was saying that it really kind of missed a few key things, and that may be true. I certainly said that about the UA Lion. I said that would be perfect if it had an effects loop, and the Boss IR2 that does have an effects loop, but I think something like the UA Lion sounds tenfold better. Same with the Kemper. So, I think, on that, with all these sort of things, there's going to be some compromise somewhere. So there is no effects loop on the Kemper player, but the way that the Kemper verse kind of has its stack and its rig and effects in certain places, you don't really need one, I think. The other thing was really around how we can assign the foot switches or can't assign the foot switches with the player. And that's all that stuff is true, and I can see why people would say that that's holding it back. But I spent 5 minutes with it as soon as I unboxed it, and I had already got myself 3 completely giggable sounds that were 1 foot switch away from each other, and then I reassigned a couple of foot switches, which I'll take you through in just a second. Here we are on pedal cam. As you can see, it's all hooked up. I've got the USB hooked up as well. I'm currently using it as the sound card for Logic as well. I find the latency is actually just a little bit less than my Apollo Twin. Now, within the first 5 minutes of me opening this and pulling up Rig Manager on the phone, connecting it, I've managed to get 3 giggable sounds on Bank 2, which I have ordered, and now I've changed the foot switches as well to make that more easily accessible. So straight out of the box, foot switch 2 normally toggles the effects on and off. And then you go left and right with 1 and 3. So what I've done is I've assigned foot switch 2 to be rig's right, is what they call it, next rig to the right. And then foot switch 1 is next rig to the left, or previous rig. So as you can see, we go to the next one, go to the next one. So, and what I've also done in those rigs on Rig Manager on the phone, super simple, I've changed the effects to what I would like them to be. So Bank 2, rig number 1, MB79 fan twins is what it's called. And what I've done is put a single delay on and an easy reverb on. They're both activated, as you can see, and it sounds like this. If I go to the bridge pickup, we can push it quite nicely. So clean, but not super clean. And I've also got a green screen on as well, which the green screen is on all the time, and it's just a little bit of drive, just at 1.4. So that's as the rig came out of the box. All I did was put a single delay on and change the amount of reverb. Rig number 2, Mars MB68 Mars Plexi 50 sounds like this. Again, that is exactly the same rig that is in it out of the box. All I've done is, again, put that single delay on and change the amount of reverb, keeping it post as well. That's a really good rhythm tone. So I've got to the next one, number 3. Here's where I've done probably the most similar thing to what I do in the Kemper stage with the morph function, and that's create, basically take that Marshall from the previous rig and just verb it out. So we're on the MB68 Mars Plexi 50K, right? And then with a two tap delay and the easy reverb quite up in the mix, it sounds something like this. Those 3 sounds right there, with seriously only about 5 to 6 minutes of tinkering in iRig, is perfect. I could take this to church on a Sunday morning and do absolutely everything I need to do with it. Foot switch number 3 is hold it down to get to the tuner, or it's tap tempo, and that is active on all three of these rigs that I've just shown you. And that's a really interesting point I want to make. Obviously, these foot switches can do 2 things at once, right? So I would love to be able to say hold down foot switch number 2 to get a secondary function to morph my effects. That hopefully, maybe that will come in the future, but I reckon that would be a super great thing. So, you know, if I, on my number 2, my rhythm, maybe I don't want to go to my full lead sound. I just want to verb out the effects a little bit or keep it a bit cleaner. If I was able to hold that down to morph it, that would be sick. So we'll see what happens in the future. But even just as it is, I can go from clean, relatively clean, rhythm, to a lead. So far, I'm loving this Kemper player. I'm loving the size format, and I'm loving the rigs that are just in it out of the box. And I found it super easy to tweak it the way I'd like it. For the most part, it's super easy to do. So stay tuned for some more videos on this, because there's a heap more to uncover and to look at and to compare to the big Kemper products. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. Please hit like and subscribe if you feel inclined. Head to my website, johnoisguitar.com.au for some Kemper profiles, including liquid profiles, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.